Hey everybody, and welcome to Northernlion's Throwback Thursday. This is a new series that I'm going to be running and updating every single Thursday, where I'm going to play a game that has, you know, a history on my channel but has gone into hiatus or been canceled or whatnot. So I'm going to be bringing back some series from the past just to play as one-offs whenever I get the mood strikes me. So we're going to be playing some FTL today. Holy Christ, it has been a long time, but this music brings some good things back. If you're not familiar with FTL, you're probably, you know, one of the few people on Earth in that camp. Smash hit success from 2012 kind of came out of nowhere after a successful but very modest Kickstarter campaign. It's a roguelike-ish space combat strategy game, if that makes any sense. We're just going to start a new game here. Apparently, I have lost all of my... Oh, never mind. I have not. Okay, this totally has my existing save, but we're going to play as the starting ship, the Kestrel, anyway. And we'll rename this, let's be honest, this is pretty much just going to be like the failure vessel. Maybe the failure barge, that seems good. If you're going to have a failed boat, it should also have like a big bassy kind of foghorn, like that is the sound of despair. And of course we will customize our people here as well. Why don't we have Emily, she can be Captain Jack, Captain Jill Sparrow. She's going to be our pilot. I guess I can't get enough space there, unfortunately. And then, obviously, Mullet, we're going to keep that, even though his hairstyle doesn't seem to match. And then Joel, I'm going to rename you Mike because of my Mystery Science Theater 3000 heritage. In any case, looking at what we have here, it has been so goddamn long since I played FTL. But as a very, very quick kind of refresher course for both me and you, you get crew members. You can control the crew members. Putting crew members in a room increases the effectiveness of that room. Engines, oxygen, weapons, shields, medical bay, doors, sensors, and, of course, the piloting area here. If the room becomes damaged by enemy weapons, then sending someone in there will actually repair it. Okay, let's get started. I have weapons here. It's been a while, so give me some, not only credit here, but also have some goddamn mercy. The data you carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next, but get to the exit before the pursuing Rebel fleet can catch up. Okay, we're gonna unpause here, and then I should send my dudes. Mike, you can be in the weapons room, and then we'll have, who is this? Mullet. Yes, Mullet, you can go into the shields room, and then, again, Captain Jack Sparrow, you can be the pilot. Okay, let's send ourselves out into the wild blue yonder here. Of course, this takes the form of, you know, going from room to room or star system to star system. A pirate advances on your position. They're refusing all hails, prepare for a fight. Okay, so we have to power up our weapons. We will power up Artemis from the start of this run in the game. James West, Tame in the West, so remember the name. Just in case we need a missile, although I would rather not use one. And then now I remember that I can absolutely queue up my weapons. So I'm just looking at the enemy ship here. They got a couple lasers, and they have a drone, which is the most annoying part. So, might try to take out the drone control unit first. I may be mistaken. I'm just queuing up my weapons right now. But I think that, that is the right order of things. It's probably going to take me a little while here, and I expect I'll take a little damage over the course of this as well. But it's probably going to take me a little while to remember just how the heck this goes. Oh, I did take some damage there, so we'll start repairing our piloting system. Okay, now we've got to turn off our Artemis, and then we'll have this go for the weapons. Oh, god damn it. Well, now we only have Artemis, so I'm just going to hit them in their weapons where it hurts, and as we repair these, they're going to try to get away. In fact, they may actually be able to get away, because I'm not going to be able to power up my burst laser. Is it worth using another missile to hit them? I think it is. I'm going to try to take them out in the engine area. Okay, and then hopefully I'll be able to put the lasers back online soon. This is the worst. Do not expect me to beat FTL over the course of this. This is just not going to happen. I'm just going to get the burst lasers powered up again, and it's... Oh, god damn it. I am probably going to take some more damage here. I'm just going to fire one more missile in. This is very much just kind of my period of... This is my period Northernlion story. At least I got some missiles out of it. Scrap is going to be our currency, by the way. But this is going to be like me learning how to play FTL again, so don't expect min-max play. Maybe on the next run. I'll probably do a couple runs of this if I had to guess. You are immediately contacted by a settlement. Hello, travelers. Your ship seems to be outfitted for combat. Care to take up a bit of mercenary work? Yes, because I desperately need missiles. Some of our friends have taken to piracy in the recent chaos of the war. We'd like you to convince them of their poor decision by severely damaging their ship. We'll pay you well as long as you don't kill them all. Okay. Wow, that was fast. Okay, they've shown up already. I'm trying to see. They have some kind of bomb weapon. I think that's a bomb weapon. And they have a big laser as well. So, I am going to... Oh, no, they boarded us already! It's a freaking mantis as well. Okay, pause. I need to remember how to take care of boarding assholes here. So I guess step 1 is we just evacuate all of the oxygen in the area. What do we shoot at? You go for shields first and then prepare to hit them someplace else. Please tell me that this mantis doesn't destroy my doors, thus leaving my ship. Oh my god. Thus leaving my ship, like, absolutely effed, basically. Okay, we get you in here. I have taken out the shields, more or less, and I'll get ready to fire on the weapons. Actually, we'll have Artemis fire. Artemis being our missile launcher. We'll have that fire on the weapons, and we'll have the shields get hit by the laser to hopefully make sure that they stay down. We're gonna win this. Let them live and return to the settlement. Yes! Okay, so we got a weapon, a hull smasher laser, and as well as 13 scrap. Now, the doors thankfully still work. So again, if you're not familiar with FTL, that's one way that you can take out enemies is by... okay, now that the oxygen's a little bit better in here, I can send this lady in. Is she actually losing health? No, she's gaining it. You can hurt enemies by evacuating all of the oxygen from your ship, which is one of the kind of coolest mechanics about this when it originally came out. If you don't own FTL, it's been in like a number of humble bundles now, but, you know, people miss things. I would definitely encourage you to pick it up. It's on Steam for 10 bucks. It goes on sale all the time as well. Now, with our scrap, we can upgrade our ship. Now, oftentimes, the first upgrade that I want to do is shields, because shields do allow me to, you know, take more hits and be more survivable. But you also need to upgrade your power just so that you can actually, you know, be able to use that extra bar of shields. The power is like the overall, or the reactor is your overall power for the ship. I just want to take a look at the equipment we just got as well. Hull Smasher Laser fires 2 shots that deal 1 damage to rooms with the system or subsystem, and double damage to rooms without either. Okay. This does 3 shots, which makes it a little bit... Here's the thing, like, this one is... it fires more shots, so technically it does 3 damage. This one only does 2 damage, but it does do double damage on systemless rooms. This is kind of a luxury weapon. I'm okay with Burst Laser, too. I think it's a good weapon. So with 40... It would actually take me 70 to upgrade my shield, so maybe we'll just save our scrap for now. And I will get shields first, because I think it's important to get that second bar of shields, especially when I'm bad. But Sector 1 probably shouldn't be too difficult here. A remote settlement has been blockaded by a pirate ship. Attack the pirate or ignore them. Just trying to see their weapons here. It looks like they have 1 laser and a drone control system. I'll attack them. Let's see what they've got here. What is their drone? That's the most important question, I guess. It doesn't exist. Okay, so that's good. This looks like one of those, like, very low-key opening battles where I can just start by, hitting them with my laser, and then if things go right, then I shouldn't have to, let's go for weapons. Actually, let's go for, engines instead of, the drone control system. Actually, we'll go for shields first, just because it looks like they're healing up just a little bit. And I definitely... Oh my god, are you kidding me? Well, we'll go for shields again. Sometimes it can be a little bit tedious when you actually, you know, roll terribly on some of these shots. But this ship has no way to do damage to us, so it would be stupid for us to waste any missiles on it. Alright, shields are completely out. Now, you can be funky. You can go for weapons and stop them from being able to shoot, but since they can't hurt us, it doesn't matter. Or you can go for oxygen and try to starve their ship from the outside, because if they can't generate oxygen... they can't really do too much, because, you know, there are some races that don't need oxygen to live, so you might be able to make that work. Whatever, we'll fire on the piloting system this time. They were going to go down in 1 hit anyway. Or we could have gone for the engines and stopped them from, you know, flying away. Anyway, this is an easy one. We got some missiles and drone parts and scrap, and we also got something earlier from the from the settlement that we saved. Now, of course, the other mechanic in FTL that I have not talked about yet. Oh no, you're not. I don't like these ones. So this is an automated rebel ship. Let me talk for a second. First things first, if you looked on that star map, you might have seen like a red cloud coming for us. I apologize for this like beginner's guide to FTL, but I'm just in case. Or in case you need a reminder like I do. That is the rebel fleet that is slowly chasing you down, so you've constantly got to be moving forward or they'll catch you. On this level, there are solar flares, which means that the sun will kind of give us some EM burst, and then some of these systems will end up being on fire. So we'll have to try to starve the oxygen out of those rooms if possible. Hopefully it doesn't happen on a weapons room, or at the very least it doesn't happen on an engines room, so we're able to get away. He has an ion weapon as well as a missile launcher, which scares the shit out of me. So we're going to go for the weapons first with our missile launcher. And if this misses, we'll talk about what happens next. Okay, not being able to generate oxygen is actually a huge concern. Let's send our shield man in there to fix the oxygen room. And then we'll send you... Oh, I really should have shot at the missile launcher with my lasers there. Because I thought that the weapons were completely out, but it actually only took out the ion weapon. This could be really bad. But thankfully, that was a systemless room, so it's no big concern. Alright, here's the dangerous part. Here comes the solar flare. And it has come into the shield room, which is really, really terrible. The problem is, like, usually, you can completely heal up after a level, or after an encounter. But unfortunately, I will be unable to do that here. Because the solar flares are going to constantly keep me moving forward. So, let's see what we get here. We got something. I paused it, and I'm going to close all the doors. And then I'm going to send this man into the shield room. He's going to take a lot of damage from this being, like, there being no oxygen here. But I've got to get this fixed as soon as possible, because right now I have 0 shields. And we'll try to jump away as quickly as possible, despite having no shields, because I'd rather have no shields than be on fire. Oh, but then we're in an asteroid field. This is really bad, actually. So since we can't do anything else, please just get the bar of shields up. Oh, no, we've got a hull breach there. We'll have to fix that up. Otherwise, we're going to lose a ton of oxygen there, but... okay, what do we shoot at first? We got to take out weapons and shields, so... And I have to use a missile to make it happen, unfortunately. Oh, there's a fire. We can starve the fire out here. This seems like a fairly difficult first encounter, or first zone, actually. But it has been a while since I played FTL, so I don't know. Maybe this is the norm now. This is an updated version, updated beyond what I played. Let's go with the burst laser instead of the Artemis. Again, we only have a certain amount of power overall, so we want to make sure that we're using that as effectively as possible. I said we go back to weapons here. The shields are a little bit less of a major concern because the asteroids will constantly keep them from going down, except their offer. That's a pretty bad offer for their surrender. 2 missiles, 1 drone part, 10 scrap. We will not accept surrender. They're going to die anyway, and hopefully we'll be able to salvage some decent parts. Maybe, maybe not. I can't believe I don't have a shot coming in yet. We'll wait for an asteroid, hopefully, and then, yeah, they're going to die. Doesn't really matter where we shoot. So after we actually, I guess I can close all doors here. After we finish this off, I will probably upgrade my ship. I'll get a 2nd level of shields. And we can spend some time repairing stuff here, because it's very unlikely that I'll get hit by 2 asteroids at once. Actually, we didn't get a great... Oh, maybe we can't upgrade our ship when we're in danger? Yeah, okay, so we'll have to wait a little bit longer until we get to a safe sector. And quite frankly, you know, a store is a safe sector. We'll see if there's actually some awesome weapons here. Maybe some better missile launchers, or, you know, I could just buy missiles, or a burst laser 1. The Hermes missile I don't think is particularly strong. What about repair arm? These are augmentations we can get on our ship to improve it a little bit. Repairs your hull every time you collect scrap, but reduces scrap collected by 15%. That's actually pretty good. We could sell our hull laser 1, but I actually like having the capability to get another weapon up really soon. We aren't close to running out of fuel. I can't sell drone parts. I think I'll buy 2 missiles, and then we'll leave, and I'll upgrade my ship. So we want to upgrade shields, and then the bars of power. And then, as a result of that, yes, I can have 2 bars of shields going instead of... Oh, no, it can't. Not yet. If I depower the medbay, then I can have Artemis up. Okay, this is where things get tricky, if I remember. You gotta constantly manage your resources. So let's repair this hull breach that we've got going on here, and then presumably, I guess I can just depower the shields and then put these dudes in the med bay, where hopefully they'll be able to improve themselves a little bit. Next thing we should probably get 1 more bar of power and a 2nd level of doors. So this is Mullet. He goes back to the shield room, and Mike goes back to the weapons room. All right, quite honestly, I expected to be doing a little bit worse than it's actually going right now. I don't think this is going fantastically, but I fully expected to die maybe on the very first sector, so truth be told, this isn't going so badly right now. Well, we could still die on the first sector, but hopefully not. Let's see what we got here. More combat? It appears not. We actually just got some random scrap. And with nothing else to do, I guess we go to the next sector. I definitely do not want to go to the Uncharted Nebula. Instead, I will go to the Engi-controlled sector. Uncharted Nebula, oftentimes that messes with your power and your sensors and whatnot, but we're going to go to the Engi homeworld. So I'm trying to reacquaint myself with the races you find in the game, not the racists you find in the game. Hopefully, anyway. What's going on here? This is a rock scout. So rocks are a race. They don't need oxygen, I think, and they have double health and don't take damage from fire, but they're really slow or terrible at repairing. Mantises are really good at hand-to-hand combat. They just kind of look like insects. Engis are really good at repairing, but they're relatively weak otherwise. Humans are kind of the neutral all-arounds, I think. Sure, we'll accept his mission to escort him here. And we take 1 fuel as a result, which is actually like a pretty awful payout, but hey, 1 more fuel at least pays for this this jump right here. You arrive at a Zoltan research facility. They say they are researching genetic distortion due to stasis sleep and prolonged FTL travel. They ask if your crew has the time to undergo a few scans. Just a few scans? What could be the problem? Your crew calmly lines up, and they contact you and say, thank you for your participation in the study. Please accept these small cakes made from stiff dough as well as some scrap. 11 scrap, no big deal. So I will be able to upgrade my weapons a little bit, or sorry, not weapons, upgrade my power, which allows me to now have double power in engines, which increases our dodge chance, and I can easily divert power into the medbay if necessary. So let's get a little closer to this quest marker, if this is indeed the right way to go. Next thing is 2nd level of doors, so we can be a lot safer from kind of boarding calls, which do happen all the time. You receive a distress call from a nearby Engi ship. Assistance requested, danger present, imminent destruction. Respond to the call or keep your distance. Let's respond to the call. So I see a ship here with a drone control unit and a laser and an ion weapon. It is a Mantis ship, so we will have some boarding here. So let's pause quickly. It looks like they boarded in the engine room, which is pretty bad for them because I should be able to starve them like completely of oxygen. Doors will also be way harder to break down once I hit the next level. So they have a missile defense drone. That is so shitty, and they have 3 weapons actually. So I think the first thing we have to aim for if we're gonna have any chance here is probably the hey, don't take out the oxygen. It's probably drone control so that I can then land a missile inside, but this actually may be terrible. Luckily I have 2, please take out the drone. Oh, it's still, it's dead, okay. Now we go for weapons, and we take out their weapons so they can't do any more damage to us. This Mantis is gonna wreck my face, I think. So why don't we just send him into the med bay. Alright, and we did take at least 1 of their weapons offline. And I think we... it's so tempting to go for like multiple systems at once. I know Manti, or Mantises, need oxygen, so if I go for the oxygen, I could cause some serious problems for them. This is a fairly tough fight. Their weapons are completely offline, which is awesome, so now I guess we'll go for the shields. I would rather not use a another missile if possible. I guess fighting in the medbay here is not 100% my best course of action. Burst lasers ready, and sure, go for shields. That seems fine. The medbay isn't even powered up. That would explain why it's not a good place to fight. Why don't you get back in here, Mullet? We'll be good to go. Alright, so this fight was actually fairly easy. We've killed the Mantis. We're just going to heal up here. We will close all doors and wait for the oxygen to pump back throughout the ship. And I would say that we are A-okay here. Well fought. Who's this guy? Mullet, you are the shield man. And Mike, you are the weapons man. Even though there's less oxygen in here, you might get hurt a little bit. Alright, decent scrap. Decent fuel. Drone parts that I don't need yet. And we can now upgrade our doors for 20. Absolutely. Okay, and doors don't require extra power. Yeah, they don't require extra power. So now doors are going to be much more difficult to break down, so it's going to be much easier to starve enemies that actually come into the ship. So we'll go to our quest marker here. There is something to be said for taking your time on each sector so that you can actually go to as many areas as possible and possibly get way more rewards. But let's go to the quest marker. Okay, this is a laser drone, which is annoying, and a missile launcher, which means... shields are going to be in a rough spot for me. I think we're going to start by going for the weapons with my laser. I want to save my own missiles if possible because these are exceptionally valuable in the later game. Please don't hit a good sector. That's actually not that good. I'm okay with the pilot being hit there. That's not that bad. Sorry, is what I meant to say. Then we'll go for the laser. The reason I... Oh, wait, the missiles are back online already? They must have like a ton of Engis or something on that ship. That was so fast. Okay, well, at least we can continually take the weapons offline. As long as the missile launcher stays offline, we can't take damage, so that's good. Whereas if we went for the drone control unit, even if we took it out... Don't miss, thank God. Even if we took out the drone control unit, the missile launcher ignores shield, so I think it's important to take out the missile launcher first. And we should probably think about healing up at some point soon, but so far so good, I guess. It's going okay. No rush, probably, if we're gonna... Oh, no! I had it ready, but I didn't shoot! I got too distracted! Oh, thankfully, it did some damage, but it just hit my, like, systemless room, which is not that bad, I guess. I think it did damage anyway. My health looks roughly the same to me, but... we could possibly kill him in one more hit, assuming we get all 3 lasers to actually land. They seriously repair so quickly. They must have, like, a repair bot or, it's pretty close. A repair bot or, like, a bunch of Engis on the ship. I'm surprised they're not trying to get away, but hopefully we get some decent scrap from this. I really miss playing this game. First off, the music is so good, but also the gameplay is just a lot of fun, and it's a little bit different than, you know, the other roguelites on the market now. 24 scrap, which means we now have 25, which means I can upgrade my reactor. I think the next thing I'll try to do is probably try to pick up the next set of weapons so I can have 3 weapons going at once, which just makes me a little bit more... there's a lot of distress calls here. Just makes me a little bit more resilient to, like, bad dice rolls, basically. If my lasers and missiles miss, then I have another weapon that, you know, mitigates my risk, I guess. Okay, so we have a rebel ship that we're fighting. Am I getting boarded? No. They just have a single laser. They do have a drone. I'm just trying to see what they have here. I don't see a drone yet. Maybe it's a boarding drone, which would be annoying. It sends, like, a little asshole robot over here to hit us. If they only have the laser powered up right now, then I'm just going to go for the shields first to make this a little bit faster. Because it doesn't look like they're going to be able to do damage. Maybe they're out of drone parts or something like that. I think that can happen to the AI. And if they continue to miss, then that's good for me. I mean, even if I only had the first level of shields, they wouldn't be able to do anything to me. So, how do I see how my crew's doing? I guess you, like, just mouse over them like this. Again, it's been a while. So there are RPG elements as well. I can just have the laser continuously fire here. You can see that they get close to leveling up, and once that green bar fills up, it turns yellow when they reach, like, level 2 on whatever their preferred system is. It's cool. So hopefully we'll have some better weapon smiths and engineers and pilots here eventually. She might as well go to the med bay. I don't see any reason not to. Although I guess it will lower our dodge chance, but I don't think that makes any difference at all at this point. Because they can't get past my shields anyway, and the medbay is not even powered up. Let's try that again. She'll get healed very quickly. There we go. And we are still, like, one actually effective shot away from actually being able to hit or kill the enemy. So we need to hit 2 out of 3 here. And that's probably a fraction that's not going to change. There we go. We missed the third one. Oh, well, maybe we missed it because they were going down anyway. 2 missiles, and we didn't spend any, which is good. The Engi vessel turns out to be very poorly equipped. Barely a runabout, really. They're trying to outrun the rebels and need all the help they can get. I'm not giving them missiles. I need missiles, but I will give them 25 scrap. And they gave us an anti-personnel drone. Let me look at that, because it's been a while. Anti-personnel drone. We'll seek out and attempt to destroy any intruders on board. It's bad right now, because I don't have any drone-controlled units or systems on this ship, so I can't do anything with it right now, but it's possible that at some point in the future I will get some, and I'll be able to make something good happen there. More distress calls, and you know what? Our ship's in pretty good shape right now, so I'm okay with going to these. Missiles are kind of like bombs in Spelunky. Like, the more you have, the better. Having bombs ain't everything, not having them is. The ship emitting the distress beacon says, sorry to bother you, but we're out of fuel. Sure, you can have 2 fuel. And we get 30 scrap. That is an acceptable trade. 1 more weapon power is actually pretty valuable, but there's no point in spending the scrap yet, I think. So I'm going to try to make my way. I see that the exit's up there. I'm going to try to make my way to the store if it's possible. Oh, of course we're in an asteroid field, but the fact that I actually have a double or 2 layers of shields here is very valuable. So this is going to be tricky. I think we're going to start by just aiming for enemy weapons, and I think I should be able to save missiles. They actually took damage to their oxygen room already. They have a lot of lasers, so I expect to get hit a couple of times. There you go. Our pilot system got hurt pretty nastily there. They have a beam weapon, which really cuts you through as well. Cuts through you, I guess I should say. But the reason I'm not using my missiles is because I think it's better to save them. And the reason I'm not aiming at shields right away is because weapons are more of a threat, and their shields are only level 1, and they're going to get damaged by the asteroids anyway. So I should be able to sneak some shots in here and stop them from being able to do too much. They want to give me 3 missiles, 10 scrap, and a drone part. I'll not accept surrender. That's a pretty good offer from a missile standpoint, quite frankly, but I think it's in my best interest to not accept it. So they're going to try to get away. If they get out of here, I won't be able to do anything to them. But I did completely take them out. It took out their engines just before that as well. So we got 16 scrap there. So was that a good payoff for all of the time I spent trying to beat them again? I don't think so. But that's fine. We'll go to the store, and I should still be able to get away from the rebels. But this store is important because, A, they could be selling something amazing. Defense drone is actually really good, and I could buy a drone control unit. It also comes with a free drone schematic, but how much does anti-personnel drone sell for? Sold for 30. So, I could either get new weapons, or I could, here's the thing, I'm not going to get a drone control unit, and the reason why is that, I don't have very many drone parts, so I would rather just invest what I have right now in our weapons. So I'm going to close this for a second, and then go into the ship, and we'll see, because first thing I want to upgrade my weapons by 1, and then power by 1 as well, and then we have 30 left. What is piloting system? It gives us extra evasion when there's no enemy, or when there's no, yeah, when there's no enemies. So I'm going to keep 31 scrap for now. The reason I did this is because now with 4 power, I can depower Artemis and power up the hull laser. I can't keep Artemis going at the same time, so it might be okay, actually. Next time I get, like, 4 scrap, get 1 more level in weapons, then I can have all 3 going at once. Just by depowering the engines. But anyway, good. So far, so good, I'd say. 2 lasers, pretty important. Even if one of these lasers were... Oh, we can buy fuel. Yeah, you know what? I will buy 6 fuel for 12 scrap. That's a really nice ratio there. I didn't repair any at that store, which I may end up regretting, but I hope not. Is this the end? Oh, explore the asteroid field or wait for the FTL to charge. Let's explore the asteroid field. I got 2 missiles, 19 scrap. Nice! Who dares wins sometimes. So we want to upgrade here. I get 1 more... Oh, I can't do that yet. I thought I needed 35. I actually need 50. Scrap to upgrade my weapons, that is. Okay, next sector. Let's go to the Zoltan homeworlds. Yo, the Zoltans are nice dudes. Very smart guys who, I think, give you better outcomes in some situations. Like some events that are otherwise like 50-50. We'll see. At the very least, living to Sector 3 feels pretty good. Alright, this is a Mantis ship with a missile launcher and 2 lasers. This is pretty scary. I'm gonna put on the Artemis... And I'm going to use this to try to hit their weapons first so that my lasers can then focus on the shields. Yeah, this is fine. We could power up the med bay. They don't have a teleporter, so they should not be coming over here. But so I did manage to fire a missile off. This is important. See if it lands. It did. Their weapons are hurt. Let's send our shield dude over here to repair the that hull breach. That might not be super important. But now we'll get our hull laser charged up at the same time. And we'll just fire our burst laser at the shields right away. And it's got to hit all 3. Oh, it didn't. The reason I wanted to fire it straight away is so that we actually get both lasers going at the same time, because it only takes 2 hits to take the shields down, and then we'll get 3 hits like simultaneously via the hull laser and the burst laser. So we're going to send burst laser at shields and hull laser at weapons for now. Alright, we did manage to do some damage there, which is pretty nice. Ah, get out of there! There's no point in going to the med bay just yet. Alright, so shields are hurt, weapons are hurt. The missile launcher's still up, which sucks. This would be when it would be good to have an anti-missile drone, aka a defense drone, I guess. Oh, I may have fucked up my timing here. No? Okay, there's a fire. Lord Jesus. There's a fire, but in a second, that'll get handled. Hey, where are you going? You come back here and repair the shields. Where are you going? No, don't go. Don't put out the fire. The fire is fine, man. Mullet, go back to the shield town. Mullet. I have selected you, and you go back. Okay, that was weird. I've got to make sure, because the cooldown on these weapons is different. I've got to make sure I'm firing them simultaneously, otherwise I'm risking fucking it up a little bit. Okay, so we've got another fire. That's fine, though. Burst laser and hull laser simultaneously, and the ship's gone down. That's good news, but still pretty scary. We got some extra drone parts there, which is good. No way for us to repair. We might as well power up the med bay quickly and then send our hurt people in there. Everyone else is okay. It's just Mullet himself. So, that's an example of when it would be nice to have all weapons firing simultaneously right off the bat, so why don't we upgrade our weapon system one more time, and as a result of that, now, I should be able to power down the medbay and power up Artemis, so I can have all 3 weapons going simultaneously. For the most part, it will be better to have, like a weapon power, or sorry, a power in engines, so that I get extra dodge chance, but anyway. Alright, this is a Zoltan ship. The absolute problem here is that it has an energy shield, which I absolutely do not want to waste my missiles on. The energy shield just depletes as it gets hit. He has a laser as well as what looks like a pretty hefty beam weapon. We could die here, actually. Obviously, I'm hoping that that's not the case. Burst laser's up. I kind of just want the asteroids to... Okay, that didn't hurt our shields at all. Okay, the asteroids have completely taken out the enemy... energy shield, so now I'm just going to shoot all my lasers at their shields, and hopefully the asteroids will continue to be able to tear them apart. I definitely do not think we need missiles here. And, you know, is it better to take out shields or weapons? Oh, good, I didn't shoot yet. Oh, we did get hit there. That's very surprising to me, actually. Okay, it's probably better to take out weapons then, in this case. We'll have our weapons dude come in here and fix the engine. They're done. An asteroid will just hit them in all likelihood now that their shields are completely out. And we'll continue to go onwards, but we might want to take a trip to go to the store. Seriously? Like an asteroid is not... There we go. Might want to take a trip to go to the store just so I can repair a little bit, especially if we get a decent amount of scrap here. So we should have no problems with respect to at least surviving here, because our shields are strong enough. But things are starting to get a little tougher. You know, we're running into some more difficult enemies, no question about it. We can now jump to the store, which I think is a good idea. Heal up, you know, maybe halfway. If we're going to die from halfway, we're probably going to die from full way anyway. We can hire some crew, which is actually good. You know, let's fix all. That's fine. My reasoning, which I reneged on quite quickly, is that if someone's going to kill you from half health, they're probably going to heal you from full health as well. But maybe not. Maybe this will help insulate us from like asteroids and solar flares and stuff in case they show up. They hail, this is Zoltan, peace envoy. We carry no weapons or shielding and rely on the mercy of others to communicate our message. Hear them out. They continue. We take your silence for interested contemplation. They talk at length about peace and harmony, but it's either beyond your simple mind or it's all nonsense. They did give us a quest marker, though. I think that's a quest marker that, or sorry, a quest that might change if you have different kinds of crew members. Sadly, I have exclusively humans. Your jump interrupts the Zoltan security ship as it follows a Mantis pirate into an asteroid field. They message you, your presence here will continue to be tolerated, but please do not interfere. Interfere and help the Zoltan ship. Okay, so we'll destroy the Mantis ship here. There's no bones about it. I am a space racist in FTL. Zoltans, largely pretty good dudes in my opinion. Mantises, pieces of space garbage that deserve to be thrown in a space trash compactor. Okay, is that a fire? No, I can take a missile hit. That doesn't really bother me. Send burst laser on shields and hull laser on weapons. In case I didn't articulate this well enough earlier, let's fire a missile at their weapons to stop them from firing a missile at us. I think that's worth it. In case you, I didn't explain it earlier, the reason we're firing both of our lasers at the same time is because shields go down when they get hit by a laser. So if they have 2 levels of shields, 2 laser hits will do it. So it's much better to fire 5 lasers at once than to fire 2 and then give them a chance for their shields to recharge and then hit them with 3 and then it absorbs another 2 hits after that. So this went totally fine, and we'll just wait for our FTL drive to charge up. Next thing, we may want to upgrade our engines a little bit so we can have a better chance of getting out of fights that we don't want to be a part of. Also, that gives us a 5% increased dodge chance, I think, per level, which is actually, you know, it adds up, I suppose. It's one of the things people were mad at me about when I originally played this, was like I never upgrade my engines because I guess I hate that passive bonus. Alright, we have an Engi ship here with a missile defense drone, so we might as well take Artemis off for now and put that power into our engines. And they do have an ion weapon, which may disable our shield, but hopefully it's only level 1. Looks like we'll probably start... How much damage does this do? It only took out 1 level of shields. We can still be hit, for sure, as you can see. Everything's ready here. I think we start step 1 just by going for shields. And if we take a little bit more damage, that's fine. By taking out the shields, it makes it much more plausible that we'll be able to take out the weapons on the next pass. But they are Engis, or at least it's an Engi ship, so I assume that they'll be able to, yeah, get that fixed pretty quickly. Might have actually been a good idea. Our shields are like completely out. No, we still have 1. Burst laser and hull laser almost ready. Okay, now they're both ready. We're gonna fire both on weapons this time. Hopefully be able to at least, yeah, okay, take both of them out. That was a much better course of action, truth be told. Alright, you come back here into the weapons room and we'll fix up our sensors because why not? And we're gonna be good to go here. We might as well just continually fire on weapons. Oh, I kind of botched it, but the shields didn't come back up, so I got very lucky there. You can queue up, like, your weapons, but I should not be doing that here because it's actually causing me more trouble than it's worth. Because the hull laser takes a lot longer to recharge than the burst laser. By the way, I can almost, like, feel the rage in the YouTube oh my god, are you kidding me? I can almost feel the rage in the YouTube comments right now. I realize that the hull laser does more damage when it hits systemless rooms, but I think it's important for me to fire these at rooms with systems in them as long as there's still active systems that can really damage me, even though it does less damage. Because I'm mostly trying to ensure that I don't take damage, and it might be a little slower to kill them the way that I'm doing it right now, but I think it's also substantially safer to do it this way. I may be wrong, though. I'm not an FTL master. I did beat the game on easy once, which is still quite difficult, but never beat it on normal difficulty. Maybe today will be the day! I may actually get caught in the rebel fleet here, but I wanted to finish this quest off, so what's going on here? You arrive, you find a rebel ship closing in fast. We've found you. You're not getting away this time. Should we attack or attempt to... Let's attempt to hail them, see what happens. They open communications. I can't imagine there's anything you could say that will save you. The rebellion must destroy those that are still loyal to the obsolete Federation. Perhaps there could be a reconciliation of our ideals without war, or surrender. Your ultimate destruction is inevitable, or your rebellion is causing millions of deaths. Let's see if there's a reconciliation. Our ideals are too different to be so easily reconciled. Do you think this could end any way but war? The galaxy is huge. You can find a place for your ideals elsewhere without causing this destruction, or true progress can only be achieved without bloodshed. Let's try true progress can only be achieved without bloodshed. Hey! Awesome. They ran away, and the Zoltan materializes on our bridge. Although your weapons are crude and most certainly ineffective, it is clear you took our previous meaning to heart. If your ship represents the Federation's willingness to adapt, we shall do what we can to aid the fight. Yeah! Heavy laser Mark 1 and 37 scrap. What's up with this heavy laser? It requires 1 power, does 1 shot, but 2 damage. So this is something we can use instead of the Artemis. We can have this powered up for situations where we're very unlikely to get hit, and it'll help us take out enemies more quickly, I suppose. So let's depower the engines and power up heavy laser a little bit. Actually, you know what? Why don't we power up, or why don't we get 1 more engine power and then 2 more bars of reactor power, and then we can keep our engine permanently powered. We'll probably look for a 3rd level of shields next. Now, please tell me this will allow me to get to the exit. This is going pretty well so far. I'm having a lot of fun again. So the Zoltans are doing something, and we're going to leave. Okay, this should be the end of Sector 3. I forgot how long these videos can get as well. Do we want to buy fuel? Yeah, we do want to buy fuel. So I bought as much fuel as is humanly possible. On to the next sector, civilian sector. I'm going to exclusively go to green beacons for now.